Ken, you've worked with aspiring advocates in various segments of the library community. You've reviewed the research thoroughly. You've also been an elected representative, so you have had experienced various perspectives on this. So pulling all that together, what do you most wish that library advocates knew and did? In other words, I guess what's the single most important piece of advice that you would give to library advocates?
Well, I think there's two sides to this. One is the personal and the other is the professional. So personally, I would say that you cannot position yourself as a whiner, and librarians do that. They feel that they're treated badly, they're not supported, they're entitled to slice the pie, and none of that is true. So we don't have any entitlement. If there was any entitlement, it would be for kids in the public schools and patients in hospitals far before it would be in libraries. That's the cold reality of life. So let's just get a grip on the situation here and recognize that. So we've got to have relationships. I would say we should be involved in the political process, even if it's just helping somebody who we favor get elected. Not so that they owe you something, but so that you've made a contribution as a citizen. You don't give that up being a librarian. So that's the first thing. The second thing I would say is that professionally, remember the basic rules. It's not about you, it's about them. It's about their agendas, their values. It's about making connections. It's about having relationships. So I would say that we've got to make sure that we're positioning ourselves as doing something valuable for our community. And, having more money for libraries is not doing something valuable for the community. It's perceived as self-serving. It's perceived as guaranteeing our jobs and the resources to do our jobs better. So as I said earlier, we're not seen as having a scarce service, so there's got to be something else that we're adding here. So I would say that we really have to make sure that we are advocating for our users. And we don't do that very well. We don't make it clear to our users that we're advocating for the consumer approach to copyright laws and fair use. We just tend to let our associations do that. We don't make it clear we're advocating for literacy and social justice and economic support for people. We let others do that. We take a lot for granted, and we just need to, I think, have better partnerships, better collaboration, connect with agendas, be respectful, and make our case without it looking like it's all about us and doing something for us. And I think that the best thing we could be doing probably is helping others to advocate for the things that are important to them, because if it is important to them, that they will advocate, and we can provide talking points. But we really need to make sure that we've got positive relationships, we've got doors that are open, that we're understanding the world of a politician. They've got so much money. There are many people calling on those resources. And in fact, some people are calling on them to address the same problems that librarians say they want to address, literacy, for example, and, are prepared to do it at much lower cost. So we need to understand the world of a politician, what the options are. And I would also say step back and, for heaven's sakes, do your research. Our whole role is to enable people to make good decisions based on evidence. So why don't we do that for ourselves? Understand what the world of a politician is, understand the objections they might reasonably raise, and be prepared for them. And to make sure it's not all about us, but it's about others and the good things that we're doing for them that they value as well.